From the Detroit Free Press, in the heart of the Motor City, it's Wednesday, February 19th. Here are today's top stories.
Brought to you by JB's Smokehouse, located inside Bush's Fresh Food Market of Canton. JB's offers a range of authentic barbecue favorites, from beef brisket and mac and cheese to fried green tomatoes and pulled pork tacos. JB's is sure to become your new favorite barbecue spot.
Hi, this is Kathleen Gray, and I cover the state legislature for the Detroit Free Press. Michigan looked to the heavens this week in hopes of discovering a new industry for the state. That would be the development of a space launch facility that could be used to shoot satellites into orbit. The state set aside $2 million in 2017 to study the proposal, and on Tuesday, the answer came back. Wurtsmith Airport in Oscoda is the perfect spot. The former Air Force Base has a long enough runway, at 11,800 feet, to help launch the satellites into orbit. It's also located in a sparsely populated area along the shores of Lake Huron, which could alleviate risk if something went wrong. But it's not a done deal yet. The spaceport still needs to get local, state, and federal approvals.
This is Bisma Pervez with the Detroit Free Press. Chris Barr was paralyzed from the neck down after a surfing accident. He was so hopeless he told his wife to pull the plug. But a doctor who grew up in Dearborn gave him hope again. Dr. Mohammed Biden is a spinal cord researcher at Mayo Clinic, and he offered to make Barr his first patient in a new stem cell trial. For the trial, stem cells were taken out of Barr's belly fat and injected into his spinal cord. The trial was successful, and eventually Barr was even able to walk on his own. Biden's story went viral in the Dearborn community after Biden's cousin, Wayne County Commissioner Sam Beydoun, posted on Facebook. There was a gala to honor Biden's work, and he was awarded by Wayne County and Congresswoman Debbie Dingell. Beydoun said he is proud to have Dearborn highlighted in a positive light, and that the Bidens are amazing examples of what the community can and has produced.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Eric D. Lawrence. Investigators don't know what caused a fire that ravaged the UAW's Solidarity House headquarters last year, but they continue to investigate, estimating the fire in July 2019 on Detroit's east side caused millions of dollars in damage. The Detroit Free Press has obtained photos and videos showing what the damage looked like inside the building. That trove includes image after image of burned office furniture, dangling pieces of ceiling and wiring, fire-scarred walls, and standing water from firefighting. The fire raised questions because it happened during the federal corruption probe and because federal court papers say a union official wished before the blaze that they, quote, burned the records. That official has been identified by a source as former President Gary Jones, who has not been charged. The UAW, however, believes an equipment malfunction, not arson, is the likely cause. The union also says its emails and electronic files were unaffected by the fire.
I'm Sue Solaski, food writer for the Detroit Free Press. That Tuesday is nearly here, and Detroit City Distillery offers a twist on punchki, the jelly or custard-filled Polish pastries. It's called Punchki Day Vodka. The vodka has been available the last 2 years exclusively at its Eastern Market tasting room. But this year, the distillery bottled it for distribution and to be sold at the distillery. How's it made? Picture a big vat of Polish potato vodka with 12 dozen, that's 144, raspberry-filled punchki basking in it. After a 24-hour soak, the still is fired up and extracts all that vodka punchki essence. They've made 3 batches due to meet demand. Think of Punchki Day Vodka as all the joy of the pastries with fewer calories. A Punchki Day Vodka official release party begins at 10 a.m. February 22nd at the distillery's tasting room on Rye Pell Street in Eastern Market. A 5th size bottle is $30.
This is Vince Ellis with the Detroit Free Press. The Detroit Pistons haven't won a playoff game since Barack Obama was a presidential candidate. That's 11 and a half seasons of futility. The franchise currently has lost 14 postseason games in a row. You guys blame everyone from Stan Van Gundy to Josh Smith, but there's been one constant: me. And since I've grown to call the Detroit community home, I'm stepping down for the good of all. Yes, I've decided to move on from the Free Press to remove the Pistons' major obstacle to success. Aside from me, You can also blame former sports editor Gene Myers, who handed me the Pistons beat in 2008 without an interview. Who knows? If I'm not around, maybe Joe Dumars doesn't trade Chauncey Billups for Allen Iverson, or sign Ben Gordon and Charlie Villanueva, or sign Josh Smith, who comes off the Pistons books after this season. And maybe Stan Van Gundy drafts Devin Booker instead of Stanley Johnson. Hey, it's a sacrifice on my part, but a sacrifice worth making.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer. See you tomorrow.